Hello and welcome, you crazy people. My name is Jay, and in this video I'm going to be answering or asking the question whether or not the pay-to-win controversy that New World has recently faced is going to negatively impact the game significantly. And it's that significant bit that I think is super important because, ultimately I think the answer to that question is no, because significantly I don't think it will be harmed. But there will be people in Discord, in Facebook, and YouTube and all places saying that they're not going to play it because of the pay to win thing, and I honestly do believe some of them. I'm not saying I believe all of them, because we all know how gamer boycotts have gone in the past. Now, the pay to win thing, for those of you who don't know, they stated that there would possibly be XP boosts at some point in the future. So they're not coming at launch, but they're coming in the future. People are unhappy with that, and I think rightly so, because why are you designing your game with a problem in mind that you're going to have to charge people to fix, etc. But ultimately, I don't think that this is going to be a big problem, because quite frankly I think the amount of people who have the eyeballs on New World right now are not anywhere near a significant enough population that are going to play New World to stop New World being any kind of success. I think, quite frankly, if the game's good, people are going to play it. So there's not really any stats or anything I can really point you to, because it's more of a subjective feeling. We don't know. Yes, the very vocal minority might be making a lot of noise right now. It's really hard to say, but something that I've at least tried to look at is, I looked on Google Trends at New World. Obviously, when this happened, New World did sort of like trend a little bit. Well, this was when the preview came out in August. Now, you could say any publicity is good publicity, but this is probably a negative publicity moment. And on the subreddit, on Reddit, it looks like that the population of the subreddit is going up, and it doesn't look like it's had any significant decrease. If anything, it seems to be exponentially trending upwards. Now, the key thing here, though, is on this next slide here. This is New World versus Albion Online in the last 5 years. So you can see New World hasn't really been doing anything for a long time until here in the preview. Now, I personally believe that New World, at least in the short term, will be bigger than Albion Online. Maybe not in the long term, it really depends if the game's good or not, but in the short term I do believe New World will be a bigger game. With that in mind, if we expect this graph to flip so that New World eventually becomes a bigger, let me just put this on Google so we can see if it's actually the same, well, on web search, just so we can see it's sort of the same thing. It is sort of the same thing. I think that this blue line will be higher than the red line. So these percentage of people who have been like focusing on the pay to win drama, if you want to call it that, just not significant. Of those, many people will still be deciding to play. So it's only a very significant portion of people who say they're not going to play. I completely 100% respect your decision if you choose to boycott the game. Like, yes, I think it's not good to say that they're going to have XP boosts in the future, etc. I would like them to come out right now and say that they're just not going to do it, and maybe even give a time frame and just say, look, we might review it in 3 years, but for now we're not going to do it. But yeah, so I personally think that there's not enough people it's been on the news and stuff like that, but quite frankly, I don't think it would be big enough to significantly impact the game. However, I'm aware that this is 100% all subjective, but as I said at the start, we have seen gamer boycotts before. I think there's always that classic image of, people saying they're going to boycott the next Call of Duty, and then on the Steam page it's literally everybody playing Call of Duty. They're all in the boycott Call of Duty group, and yet they're all playing Call of Duty. I forgot what Asmon says, but basically, I think Asmon says about World of Warcraft that World of Warcraft boycott's like one good cinematic away from it not being a thing. And quite frankly, that's true. People are still playing Blizzard games because of all the Hong Kong stuff. So gamer boycotts, meh. The baby's crying. That's the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts anyway on if you're going to stop playing New World. Do you think it's significantly going to impact the game? Personally, I think the answer to that is no, but we'll find out. If anything, for some reason, this is sort of making me re-galvanized to really play New World. I was very meh about it in a sense, but just thinking about that and Ashes of Creation, and the NDA has been lifted, I'm very meh about Ashes of Creation at the moment because it's going to be so far away, whereas New World is literally right around the corner. So I'm getting a little bit excited, and maybe I'm letting that blind my judgment a little bit, but I do honestly believe that, quite frankly, it's not going to be a big impact. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you're going to play, as long as the population of the servers are decent and stuff like that. But I respect those people who are not going to play it, for sure. But I just don't think it's going to be a significant amount of people. Have a most beautiful day. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.